Hello students, in today's video we will go through a very important topic, and the topic is types of education. Okay, so we will discuss three different types of education. The types of education that we are going to discuss today are formal education, informal education and non-formal education. Before starting the video, it is a humble request to each and everybody to be very attentive. So without wasting time, let's start the video. So what is formal education? To understand formal education, I have already written down certain points. Just have a look. What are the points? Point number one, formal education is a structured and systematic form of learning. Formal education has a particular structure and it is a sort of systematic form of learning. For example, in case of formal education, we can give the examples of what? The availability of classrooms in a school, okay, the availability of the teachers, okay, a particular syllabus, curriculum, timetable, etc. So within a particular period of time, the formal education is to be completed, okay. That is why we can say formal education is a structured and systematic form of learning. What is the second point? This is the education of a certain standard delivered to students by trained teachers. It has a certain standard. Formal education has a certain standard, and this type of education is delivered to students by trained teachers. Okay, the school authority, the college authority, they appoint certain trained teachers, and through them they impart education to the students community. Okay, so this is all about the second point. Formal learning includes classroom instruction, web-based training, e-learning courses, workshops, seminars, webinars, etc. So there are different things that is under the formal education. Okay, it includes what? Classroom instruction. It includes web-based training. Okay, it includes e-learning courses, workshops, seminars, webinars in a systematic manner. Okay, what is the last point? It includes particular time, syllabus and curriculum. Formal education should be completed within a given period of time. It is fixed. Okay, it is not flexible. The students will have to accept certain, in a sense we can say what, time duration to complete their course. Okay, they will have to go through a particular syllabus or curriculum. So this is all about the formal education. I hope you understood. Now we can proceed to the next slide. In this slide we are going to discuss informal education. Okay, what are the points? Just have a look. Point number one, it can take place anywhere. This type of education is free. Okay, this type of education is emancipated from what? The bondage of formal education. It is not formal. That is why it is called what? Informal education. That means an individual can learn anything from his or her experience. Okay, to get education there is no necessity of schools, there is no necessity of colleges and universities. Okay, in informal education. What is the second point? It is not planned and deliberate. Formal education is a planned and deliberate process, but informal education is not at all planned and deliberate. An individual can learn anything anywhere. Okay, in case of informal education. What is the third point? It is independent from the four walls of school. Okay, as I have already mentioned that this education system is a free sort of education system which is independent. Okay, it is independent from the four walls of school, but formal education is not independent. Okay, why? Because in case of formal education the students will have to go to school, but in informal education the individual must not go to school. From experience, okay, they can learn anything anywhere. So from that particular point of view we can say it is independent from the four walls of school. What is the next point? It does not have any timetable, syllabus and curriculum. It is free from timetable, it is free from syllabus, it is free from curriculum. That is why In a sense, we can say it is a sort of independent education. In a sense, we can say it is an independent education system. Okay, what is the last one? It is a lifelong process in natural way, as the individual is going to learn anything anywhere. Okay, in case of informal education, that is why it is a lifelong process. Okay, so that is why it is a natural way to get education. Okay, this is all about the informal education. Now we can proceed to the next slide. In this slide we are going to discuss non-formal education. Okay, what are the points? Just have a look. The first point is it does not take place in academic setup. Non-formal education does not have a particular academic setup. Okay, for example, the availability of open education, the availability of correspondence courses, the distance education. Okay, these are some examples of non-formal education. What is the second point? Timetable and syllabus can be adjusted. Here in non-formal education, timetable and syllabus can be adjusted. Okay, but in formal education, the timetable and syllabus cannot be adjusted. The students will have to accept that fixed syllabus and timetable. But here, okay, there is a flexibility. The students can choose any subject. The students can go through any syllabus. Okay, this is free. What is the third point? It has no timetable. It is free from the bondage, okay, of what? Timetable, time duration. It doesn't have any age bar. Okay, an adult can get school education if he is willing to. Okay, for example, the availability, the facilities of what? Distance education, distance learning. Okay, open education, correspondence course. These are some examples of what? Non-formal education. So here in this video we have already discussed three different types of education. What are the three different types? Formal education, informal education, and lastly we have discussed what? Non-formal education. I hope you understood. Thank you for watching.